Welcome back to my channel, guys. So I just released a video talking about my new camera setup, which was the Sony A7r Mark III, and I'm super excited at the results because I went and I took it around Hollywood and I got to play with it. So here are some of the results as far as footage goes now. Honestly, I was super impressed with the quality of this footage because I went and I cropped this for an Instagram video. Looks like this. And by cropping it for an Instagram video, a lot of times you'll lose out on quality, and that was something that I noticed with my last camera setup. The quality was great when it was landscape, but I would often have to shoot things twice. Once landscape, once vertically, just so I could have a shot for Instagram, and then I could have a shot for if I want to do a vlog about it later. And now I can shoot everything landscape and the crop in still looks beautiful. This camera is so fun to play with too. Honestly, like, the screen was super cool. I didn't love how it doesn't articulate sideways like my D5500 does for Nikon, but what I do love is in bright sunlight you can look in here and it displays, and you can like watch your video that you just recorded in the viewfinder in here. So you could just put your eye up there and it shows it and it plays it like you're watching in a movie screen or something. It's fantastic. And the lens that I liked the most was the 51.4. It's a Zeiss glass on this Sony lens, and it's just so crisp, so sharp, and because it's a full frame camera, it gets a nice wide enough angle that I can use it in a variety of situations while still maintaining a really cinematic look. And I love the look of the bokeh in the background. And talk about low light performance, it just did amazing on Hollywood Boulevard. Once those lights came on, it was so cool to have all the little light bubbles in the back, and then shooting on the freeway too, and then shooting just the city at night. It was fantastic in low light, and then throw this guy on there and it's so fun to play around with this camera. I also want to talk about the in-body stabilization. So the in-body stabilization in here isn't super great as far as the smoothness of it, but if you already have a decently steady hand, it will make your footage super usable. And since I was shooting a lot of my stuff at 120 frames per second and slowing it down, once it's slowed down at that point, you really don't need too much stabilization unless you're throwing your camera around. Everything's just gonna look really buttery smooth. And talking about the slow motion, it's beautiful. It has this really cool cinematic quality to it, and honestly, the response that I've been getting on my Instagram right now for this video that I created has just been fantastic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show the video that I created using this footage.
If you look past the Hollywood Hills, you might see angels playing in the high-rises. It's a city where sidewalks are paved by stars, and pipe dreams don't seem as impossible as they did back home. Here, we wear our hearts on our sleeves and our dreams on our lips because everybody comes to Hollywood with a dream. 10,000 people said they were losing odds, but here, you only need one yes. And it comes every morning when you ask yourself, am I still brave enough to dream? So here's to the ones who wait tables and walk dogs, who bar back and bartend, who would tumble through space just to say they chased a star. To the ones who never stop believing that they could be anything. Because if you can, then maybe I can too.
And really, what more can I say? It's a fantastic camera and I'm super excited to keep using it. It's light enough that I can keep it in my backpack. I had my gimbal and I used it a couple times, but honestly, with the in-body stabilization and when I'm doing just a lot of slow motion video, I didn't have to use my gimbal too much unless it's a moving shot. And of course, if you have any questions when it comes to gear, travel, or what it just takes to use one of these bad boys, please leave them in the comment section down below and I'll try and get to them and answer you guys, or maybe even do a whole video on it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.